Good evening, all. This is Ken. You're here with the ugly truth. We're about 8 minutes before game time and going to be starting the stream for game one of the Yankees versus the Angels. I think that it's going to be a tough series. These Angels that we're facing up against just finished sweeping the Dodgers in LA last week. So don't take anything for granted. And in game three, we're going to be facing off against Yusei Kikuchi, who has been known as a Yankee killer throughout his career. If you caught the pregame on my channel, you know that Ryan Yarbrough is going to be taking the lead for us, and we should have a pretty good night, I think. The pitcher that we're facing up against has been. Let me see. Jack Kokanich, he's 3-5 on the season. He has a 5.03 RA, not a big strikeout pitcher. He tends to lean in the fastball realm. And as you know, our team tends to be pretty decent at hitting the long ball or hitting the fastball. All right. With that being said, I am going to step away, and I will be back shortly. And I am back. We are currently in a commercial break. Hey, Real Bill and Dev, glad to see you here. Thought I might be talking to myself. So hopefully everybody is up for this evening's game. Realize that it's late for those of us here on the East Coast, and I appreciate your support. For those of y'all hopping in right now, please hit the like button. If you're not subscribed, please consider subscribing and share this channel out with your friends and your family, your cats, your dogs. We should be a couple of minutes before game time. Right now, they're doing a pregame interview with Aaron Boone. Trying to get things set up. Sorry, I'm running a little bit late. I had to tuck in some babies and put some food away. It was a long, hard barbecuing day. We had a lot of courses and a lot of cooking. Thank God I'm not doing all the cleanups. How did y'all's day go? Any special events that you want to talk about? Looking forward to another exciting play by play. Hopefully, everyone will enjoy it as much as I enjoy calling it. And let's pray to God that there is no rain delay tonight. We had an hour and 47 in yesterday's game. It was a good time. You know, we had a lot of folks active in the stream. Yeah, Bill, here in the Hampton Roads area, it was right at 52, 20 degrees colder than it was yesterday. We had light rain off and on, but I was able to go out there and between me and my son get the cooking done for the Memorial Day celebration. And it looks like we are back to the broadcast. The lineup tonight is going to be Ben Rice leading off playing first base, Trent Grisham center field second, Aaron Judge hitting third, and Jack Kokanowicz will be pitching. He is 3-5 on the season with a 5.03 ERA. And the first pitch is in, and Ben Rice fouls it off. One of the things that's noted is that Kokanich gives up about 5 walks per nine. And the second pitch is in there, and it is called strike two. Count as 0-2. And the pitch is in. It is up and outside the strike zone. Count even or is 1-2. Hey, Sean, welcome to the stream. Jonathan, glad that you joined. And the next pitch is a four-seam fastball running at 97 miles an hour. It's inside. Count is even at 2-2. And the pitch is in, and Rice gets a piece. It's a 94-mile-an-hour sinker outside corner. And you are absolutely right, Sean. Let's go, Yankees. And the pitch is hit to the first baseman who takes it, steps on the bag to record the first out. For those of you just joining, we are in the top of the first. We have one out, and Trent Grisham is stepping up to bat. Grisham is hitting .257 on the season, 12 home runs, 24 RBIs, and an .897 OPS. Grisham has been slumping a bit. Kokanich fires, and the first pitch is a slider on the outside corner for call, strike one. Count is 0-1. And the pitch is in and fouled off. Count is now 0-2. Grisham steps back to the plate. Kochanich sets and he fires, and the ball catches the outside corner. Call strike three. Grisham down looking. So we are in the top of the first. There are 2 outs, no runners on, and the captain is coming up to bat. And the first pitch, the Judge has hit up the middle. They are aligned perfectly. Newman flips to the first baseman for a 1-2-3 inning. Yankees nothing. Angels coming up to bat. So not too damn impressive a start for us, but I have the sneaking suspicion that things are going to get better. So those out there, how we feel about tonight's game? Listening to some of the other content creators, mixed bag out there on how people feel about tonight's game. I think there's some apprehension after the Angels swept the Dodgers in LA. And Zach Neto, Nolan Shanwell, and Jan Moncada are the first 3 batters that are going to be up against Yarbrough. Yarbrough is 1-0 on the season with a 3.38 ERA. Hitters are hitting .222 against him. He has been converted from a long reliever to a starter. He's our number 5. He's been doing an excellent job. He throws probably one of the slowest fastballs in the major leagues. And Yarbrough sets. Neto is in the box, and the first pitch is in. A nice cutter, 82 mile an hour for call, strike 1. Neto is hitting .284 with 8 home runs, 19 RBIs, and a 864 OPS. Neto takes a sweeper that he fouls off. Sweeper came in at 72 miles an hour. Real Bill Cobbett, Yarbrough is getting better with each outing. I think so too. Yarbrough sets and he fires. The pitch is just off the plate. Brings the count to 1-2. For those joining the stream, we are in the bottom of the first. Score is 0-0. And there are no runners on, nobody out. In the bottom of the first, Zach Neto is up to bat, and the count is 1-2. Last pitch was just sliced foul. Yarbrough sets and he fires, and the pitch is up and out of the strike zone. 89 mile an hour fastball. Count is 2-2. Yarbrough sets and fires, and the ball is hit to center field. Grisham is going back, and it is going, and gone. 1-0 Angels. Neto hit a long home run to dead away center field. Not the way that you wanted to start the game out for Yarbrough. However, we can overcome. For those of you joining the stream, please hit the like. If you're not subscribed, consider subscribing and share this out with your friends, your family, your neighbors, and your cats. Shonwell is up to bat, and the first pitch is down there for call strike one. And the pitch is a sinker that is swung on and missed for call strike two. Count is 0-2. What woke you up? The Hobrod built? And the pitch is in there and fouled off. Count remains 0-2. And Yarbrough sets and he fires. The pitch is off the plate. Sweeper at 73 miles an hour. Count is 1-2. Shonwell is hitting .281 on the season with 3 home runs, 14 RBIs, and a .778 OPS. And the pitch is fouled off. The count still remains 1-2. Yarbrough sets and he fires. And the ball is once again fouled down the first base line. And we'll reset and do it again. And Yarbrough sets and he fires. The pitch is up and out of the strike zone. Count is 2-0. Or 2-2, excuse me. Yarbrough sets and he fires, and the ball is hit to the second baseman. Vivas fires over to Rice to record the first out of the inning. And Yoan Moncada is coming up to bat. And the first pitch to Moncada is hit to third baseman. Peraza fields it cleanly and shoots it over to Rice at first to record the second out. There's 2 down in the inning. And Taylor Ward is coming up to bat. Ward is hitting .225 on the season with 15 home runs, 37 RBIs, and a .786 OPS. And the first pitch is a sinker, called strike one on the outside corner. Yarbrough sets and he fires. The pitch is up and in, evens the count at 1-1. Yarbrough sets and fires, and it is in there for call strike two. Count is 1-2. We are in the bottom of the first. Angels lead 1-0. There are no runners on, 2 outs, and a 1-2 count on Aaron Ward. And the pitch is swung on and missed. And there is a strikeout as Ward goes down swinging. Bellinger, Dominguez, and Volpe will be following up in the top of the second. Now it's time to get our groove on. Let's see what we can do. After the game, we'll be shutting it down on NY Yankee Mania. They will be holding the post game review at 8 o'clock with the coffee, bagels, and pancakes. So please come and join the stream over with Joe on NY Yankee Mania. And I will be having a 10:15 open panel here on Yankees The Ugly Truth. Everyone's entitled is encouraged to come up, speak their piece. We're going to talk some Yankee baseball and whatever topics tend to spin off the roof. It's a good time for all to be had, and look forward to seeing everyone there. We are currently in a commercial break, so more play-by-play to follow very shortly. For those of you out there listening, is the audio okay? And the first pitch into Bellinger is a strike. Bellinger's hitting .261 on the season, 8 home runs, 31 RBIs, and an .800 OPS. Chanowicz's pitch goes off the glove of the catcher, evens the count at 1-1. And the next pitch is a sinker fouled off. Count is now 1-2. And the pitch to Bellinger is up and fouled off again. Count remains 1-2. Thanks, Bill. Appreciate the feedback. And the pitch is fouled off, and the count still remains 1-2. And we see Jason Dominguez, the Martian, on deck. And the 1-2 pitch is a line drive right at the second baseman. Newman retires Bellinger for the first out of the inning. And Jason Dominguez is stepping up to the plate. He's hitting .243 on the season, 6 home runs, 24 RBIs. And the pitch from Chenoweth is bounced weakly to the second baseman. And that is the second out. Anthony Volpe is coming up to bat, hitting .243 with 6 home runs, 28 RBIs, and a .763 OPS. Yankees are not showing patience tonight at the plate, and they are swinging early. First pitch into Volpe is a sweeper inside corner for call, strike 1. And the pitch is just off the plate. Count evens up at 1-1. Kochenowitz averages 5 walks a game, and taking these swings on the first pitch is not good. And Volpe fouls a sinker off. Count is now 1-2. Volpe is back in the box. And the pitch is hit up the middle. Neto feels it and shoots it to first to record the third outs. Kohanowicz has faced 6 batters and retired all 6 of them. Patience, patience, patience. Don't show patience, bad at bats ensue. And we have Joe from NY Yankee Mania joining us. He says, this is going to be a long night, my friends. Well, actually, Joe, if they keep swinging like this, it's not going to be a long night. It's going to be a short night. One of the keys that we talked about was patient at bats, and these guys are not doing that. Oh, they're going to lose. Okay. And Joe's given us the indication that the team does not deserve the lamp tonight. And Soler is up to bat. Yarbrough fires the first pitch. It's low and outside for 1-0. The count is 2-0. And the sweeper is in there for call. Strike one. Count is 2-1. And the pitch is swung on and missed by Soler. And the count is 2-2. Yarbrough sets and he fires, and the pitch is fouled off down the third base line. Yarbrough sets and he fires, and the ball is once again fouled off. Count remains 2-2. And Yarbrough sets and fires. And the ball is high pop up on the right side. And Rice puts it away to record the first out of the inning. Logan O'Hoppe is coming up to bat. And Yarborough sets and fires. The first pitch is a sweeper on the outside corner for call, strike one. Ohapi is hitting 272 on the season, 14 home runs, 30 RBIs, and an 847 OPS. Yarborough sets and he fires and catches the inside corner with a cutter. Count is now 1-1. Yarborough catches the outside corner with a sinker, bring the count to 1-2. And Yarborough sets and fires and misses the outside corner. It is 2-2. We are in the bottom of the second. Angels lead 1-0. There's one out, no runners on, and we are in a 2-2 count on Logan Ohapi. And the pitch is hit to the second baseman Vivas, who shoots it over to Ben Rice at first to record the second out of the inning. And Adele is up to the plate, and he swings on and fouls the first pitch off. Yarborough is 32 pitches deep in the game. Adele is hitting 184 on the season with 6 home runs, 20 RBIs. And the pitch is just off the plate, evens the count up at 1-1. And the pitch is off the plate, brings the count to 2-1. And they fires a pitch, a changeup right down the heart of Broadway, brings our count even to 2-2. And the next pitch is a changeup down low, brings our count to 3-2. Bottom of the second, Angels lead 1-0, no runners on, 2 outs, and the count is full on Adele. And the pitch misses up and in, and there's a walk against Yarborough. And the recently signed Chris Taylor is coming up to bat. And the first pitch is a cutter on the outside, called strike one. For those that don't remember, Chris Taylor was on the Dodgers last year, and after the World Series, talked most crap about our New York Yankees. Taylor on the season is hitting 200 with no home runs, 2 RBIs, and a 457 OPS. Well, that's really cool, Bill. And the pitch from Yarborough is off the plate, evens the count up at 1-1. Yarborough chases Adele back to the base. He's in there standing up. Austin Jones, the home plate umpire, is considered neutral. And Yarborough sets and he fires, and the ball is swung through and missed by Taylor. Count is now 1-2. The Angels got their lead with a home run from Zach Neto in the first inning, first at bat. Yarborough sets and he fires, and the pitch is off the plate, a cutter, and brings the count to 2-2. Yes, Bill, I think that he is. Yarborough sets and he fires, and Taylor swings over the top for strike 3, and that is Yarborough's second strikeout of the game. Austin Wells, Yorbert Vivas, and Oswald Peraza will be coming up to bat in the top of the third. Lordy, 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 lordy. You're right, Bill. It is time to start getting going. More patient at bat, stops swinging at every freaking thing on the planet. This guy walks 5 batters per game. And tracking his numbers, he tends to do that. You're not going to walk if you're swinging and popping out or grounding out on the first damn pitch. All right, Bill, I appreciate that. I added a microphone this season, so hopefully that's making a difference. Upon occasion, though, the damn thing just stops working. And it looks like we're back to the game. And Kochanich fires his first pitch to Wells down in the dirt. Count is 1-0. Wells is hitting 209 in the season with 8 home runs, 30 RBIs, and a 724 OPS. And that pitch is driven to right field, or left field, I mean. And Ward is camping under it, and he puts it away for the first out of the inning. Kochanich is 23 pitches deep in this game. Vivas is coming up. He's hitting 167 with 1 home run, 4 RBIs, and a 528 OPS. And the pitch to Vivas is hit to left center field. Taylor is there, and he records the out. So 3 pitches and 2 outs. Once again, not displaying any patience at the plate. And Kochanich sets and he fires, and the sinker is way outside to Oswald Peraza. Count is 1-0. The next pitch is in there for call, strike one, evens the count up at 1-1. Peraza is hitting 167 on the season with 2 home runs, 9 RBIs, and a 560 OPS. Kochenik sets, and the sweeper is fouled off. Count is now 1-2. Kochenik sets and fires, and it is a swing and a miss, and records the third out of the inning. So that is 1-2-3 for the third straight inning. Newman, Neto, and Chanel will be coming up to bat in the bottom of the third. We are in a commercial break, and this game is going quick. We're 42 minutes in, and we're in the bottom of the third. I hope that everyone had a very special Memorial Day today, taking time to remember those that sacrificed so much for us. Ryan Yarbrough is coming up, and Kevin Newman is at the plate. He takes the first pitch off for ball one. Newman is hitting 191 on the season with no home runs, 3 RBIs, and a 421 OPS. And the next pitch catches the outside corner for call, strike one, evens the count up at 1-1. And Yarbrough sets, and he fires. The sweeper is off the plate again. He seems to be missing a lot of sweepers off the plate. And the next pitch is fouled off, evening the count up at 2-2. Kevin Newman, the batter, is a versatile, multi-positional infielder slash outfielder, and he was one of the people that was on the Diamondbacks that I wanted to consider acquiring at the deadline last year. Yarbrough sets, and the pitch is fouled off. It's still 2-2. All right, let's read Real Bill. Ken is like the mail: rain, sleet, snow, late, early, always on time, except for on bowling nights, which is Wednesday. And Yarbrough sets, and he fires, and the pitch is called, strike three. Newman is down looking, and that is Yarbrough's third strikeout of the game. Zach Neto is coming up to bat. And if you don't remember, he was the one that hit the home run off in the first inning. 106 miles per hour is what it left the bat at 440 feet, his longest career home run. And Yarbrough fires. And the ball is line drive right at Vivas, played beautifully behind second base. And that is two down. Exit velocity on Neto's hit at that time was 107.8. Shonowell is up to bat. He's 0 for 1 on the night, and he grounded out in the first. Next pitch is a sweeper that misses the outside corner. Count is 1-0. And the pitch is in there. Called strike one, evens up the count at 1-1. For those of you who may have just joined the stream, we are in the bottom of the third. The score is 1-0 Angels. There are two outs, no runners on, and Shonowell is the batter with a 1-1 count. The pitch is down low. Now the count is 2-1. Yarbrough is 52 pitches into the game, hoping to pull between 5 and 6 innings out of him tonight. And the next pitch catches the outside corner, a nice 87-mile-an-hour sinker, brings the count even to 2-2. And Yarbrough sets. And the pitch is paints the outside corner. Call strike three. And that is Yarbrough's fourth strikeout of the night. Yarbrough retired the Angels in order, and Rice, Grisham, and our captain will be coming up to bat in the top of the fourth. So hopefully more patient at bats and good freaking things happen. Let's go Yankees. And we're going to go around the league. The Diamondbacks and Pirates. Diamondbacks are up 5-0 in the middle of the eighth. The Marlins and the Padres. Marlins are up 3-2, and they are in the top of the seventh. Tigers beat the Giants 3-1. The Brewers beat the Red Sox this evening 3-2. The Cubs beat the Rockies 3-1. The Orioles defeated the Cardinals 5-2. Blue Jays beat the Rangers 2-1. The Reds beat the Royals 7-4. The Mets beat the White Sox 2-1. And the Dodgers beat the Guardians 7-2. Rays beat the Twins 7-2. And we have young Ben Rice up to bat, and the pitch is in there. And it is called strike one, sinker off the outside corner. It's a horseshit call. Rice is 0 for 1 and grounded out in the first. And the next pitch is a sweeper that is fouled off by Rice. The count is now 0-2. Rice fouled the ball off his ankle. He's limping around, called timeout. And Chenowich fires a fastball inside, brings the count to 1-2. And the pitch to Rice is swung on and hit to left field. It's the first Yankee hit of the night. A nice line drive single. It left the bat at 104.3 miles an hour to left center. Working the count is going to be essential for our hitters tonight. And the batter is Trent Grisham. He is 0 for 1 on the night. He struck out looking in the first inning. And the first pitch is a sinker called strike one off the lower portion of the plate. And Kochenowicz sets and he fires, and the ball is hit sharply up the middle by Grisham, and Rice advances to second. Taylor flips the ball in. So we have back-to-back singles with our captain, Aaron Judge, coming up to bat. So everybody, all rise. The captain is here. Judge is in the chamber. And Kochenowicz is checking the rudder back at second. He comes and shoots the pitch way inside to Judge. Brings our count to 1-0. Hey, Lou, glad to see you hopping in the stream. Kochenowicz checks on the runner again and fires. This time, Judge hits it to the third baseman, but he knocks it down and is not able to make a play. Moncada saved an extra base hit, but the bases are now juiced with Yankees, and Cody Bellinger is coming up to bat. Moncada is not noted for his defense, but he managed to knock it down, hit off the heel of his glove, and he kept it in front of him. Definitely saved a run. And the pitching coach is coming out to talk to Kochenowicz. This is the first bit of trouble that he's had. He's gone 9 up, 9 down thus far. He's given up a single to Rice, Grisham, and Judge. Cody Bellinger is 0 for 1 on the night. He lined out in the second inning. Real Bill, you were absolutely right. He did knock the crud out of that one. Hey, Jacob, doing good, doing good. We are in the top of the fourth. Bases are loaded. There are no outs. And the first pitch into Bellinger is down for ball one. Count is 1-0. Kochenowicz sets. Addy fires. The second pitch is down low. The count is now 2-0. For those of you just joining the stream, the Angels are leading our New York Yankees 1-0. Bases are loaded. Nobody out. Jason Dominguez is on deck. Cody Bellinger is batting, and the count is 2-0. Kochenowicz sets, and he fires, and his next pitch is down low. So now the count is 3-0. With bases loaded, Cody Bellinger is hitting .264 with 9 grand slams, 106 RBIs, and an .856 OPS. And the pitch is up and off the plate. That is ball 4. Rice is coming down third base. And the game is tied at 1. Bases still remain juiced with Yankees. And young Jason Dominguez, the Martian, is coming up to bat. Dominguez is 0 for 1 on the evening with a ground out in the second. And the pitch to Dominguez, is swung on and missed. It was a breaking ball way out of the strike zone. Dominguez looking for the salami. And the pitch is up. And Dominguez got a break on that one because that caught the outside corner, but the umpire did not call it. And the count is now 1-1. Kochenowicz fires, and Dominguez swings on the sinker and misses it. Count is now 1-2. The score is tied up, 1 up. The bases are loaded, juiced with Yankees. There are no outs, and the batter is Jason Dominguez. Count is 1-2. Kochenowicz sets and fires, and Dominguez fouls this one off. Just gets a piece of the sweeper. And I can see that Joe is happy as usual. And his famous comment, knucklehead. Dominguez takes a timeout. And the foul ball that he hit went off his front foot. The pitch is in, and he swings and misses. Dominguez down on strikes. Anthony Volpe is coming up to bat. Anthony Volpe is in the box, 0 for 1 on the night. And the pitch is in for call, strike one. Volpe grounded out in the second inning. The pitch is in there, and Volpe hits it foul. The count is now 0-2. And if I'm going to use predictive analytics, I'm going to say that the next pitch is going to be a ball. And Volpe hits a drive to left center field. It is back, and it is off the wall over Taylor's head. Grisham scores. Judge scores. And here comes Bellinger, and Bellinger scores. That is a bases-clearing double by Anthony Volpe. The Yankees now lead 4-1. Yes, Joe, he actually hit it. And Austin Wells is coming up to plate. Looking at the replay, Taylor had a good jump on the ball. Volpe just tagged it. Hey, Rob, glad to see you joining the stream. And they make Chase Volpe back. He didn't throw the ball, but they are not liking the lead that he has taken. And I would not be surprised if Volpe tries to steal third base. Chenowich sets and he fires, and the pitch to Wells is inside for ball one. Wells is 0 for 1 on the night. He had a flyout in the third inning. And the pitch is in there, and Wells fouls it off to even the count up at 1-1. This is the first time that we're seeing Kochenowicz throw from the stretch, and it doesn't look like he's able to have as good location on those pitches. Keeping him locked sideways may be a good thing for us. Kochenowicz looks back Volpe and fires a fastball off the plate for ball two. Count is now 2-1. And the next pitch is inside. Count is now 3-1 on Wells. Oh, now we got Joe. Joe expected nothing less because he made eggplant parm today. And Wells pops the ball up on the left side, but it's going to drift back, and Makata makes the play to record the second out of the inning. There are 2 down. Yorbit Vivas coming up to bat. Vivas is 0 for 1. He flew out in the third inning. Patient at bat, young man. Patient at bat. Kachenowitz fires a sinker off the outside part of the plate. Count is 1-0. The next pitch is in, and it hits Vivas. So Vivas is going to take first base. And that'll bring up Oswald Peraza, the 9-hole hitter. Kachanowicz yanked a sweeper that plunked Vivas on the calf. We are in the top of the fourth. The Yankees are up 4-1. We have runners at first and second with 2 outs. Oswald Peraza stepping up to the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the night. He struck out in the third, and the first pitch is a sinker inside. Count is 1-0. And the next pitch is in there and swung on and missed by Peraza, evens the count up at 1-1. Kochenowitz is 57 pitches deep in this inning. Volpe is at second. Vivas is at first. We have 2 outs, and the pitch is way off the plate in the dirt. The count is now 2-1. Peraza needs to look at sector hitting. And the pitch is in, and he fouls it off. Brings the count to 2-2. We have 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 runners on. So if you're playing the lotto, 2 or 22 or 222 may be a number for you. Kochenowicz checks on Volpe, and Peraza swings and misses. And the Yankees are retired in the top of the fourth. Yankees pull 4 runs this inning on 4 hits, and there are no errors. And we are going to a commercial break. So thank you, everyone, for hanging out with us in the stream. Appreciate all of y'all's support. If you haven't, please hit the like button. If you're not, please subscribe and share this channel out with anybody that you know out there. Dogs, cats, neighbors, brothers, sisters, mothers, fathers. Our schedule is going to be coffee, bagels, and pancakes on NY Yankee Mania at 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, where Joe is going to do a review of this game. His pregame was pretty scathing on the lineup. We'll see how he feels when it's all said and done. Following that, at 10:15 here on Yankees The Ugly Truth, we're going to have an open panel, basically talking Yankee baseball in the 2025 season, where we're at, where we may need to go. As I said, open panel, so look forward to everyone hopping into the stream. And Joe will have the pregame for tomorrow night's game, probably on same time as this evening at 9 o'clock. Run about a half hour, and I will come back on at 9:30 to call the play-by-play for Game 2 of this set. And the AL East, the Rays have actually moved into second place. They're at 27-26. Yankees have a 5.5 game lead on them. And the first pitch to Moncada is a ball outside. Moncada is 0 for 1 on the day with a ground out in the first. And Yarbrough sets and he fires. The second pitch is a gift from the umpire. It was out of the strike zone, but he called it a strike, so the count is now 1-1. Yarbrough is 56 pitches into the game. He steps off the mound. Looks like the catcher and the umpire are making their way to the pitcher. It looks like there may be some trouble with the pitch comm. And Yarbrough sets. And the pitch by Moncada is line drive to left center. Grisham is tracking it, and he makes the play on the warning track. Nice running put out. And Taylor Ward is coming up to bat. He had a strikeout in the first inning. Ward had a 10 consecutive game extra base hit streak broken yesterday. So he's looking to get back on track. Yarbrough fires a sweeper that catches the lower portion of the plate for call, strike one. Good evening, Ace. Thank you for hopping in the stream. I hope you're having a good broadcast. And the changeup to Yarbrough is low and away. We even the count up at 1-1. And the pitch to Ward is fouled off, bringing our count to 1-2. So for those of you just popping in the bottom of the fourth, the Yankees are up 4-1 on the Angels. There's one out, no runners on. And Ward is down on strikes. So that is Yarbrough's fifth strikeout of the night. Jose Soler is up to bat. Yarbrough sets, and he fires the pitch in. It is popped up. Bellinger tracks it, and he takes the ball in for a 1-2-3 inning for Yarbrough, and we are headed to the top of the fifth. Our New York Yankees are leading by a score of 4-1. Yankees have 4 runs on 4 hits, no errors, and the Angels have 1 run on 1 hit and no errors. As stated earlier, patience at the plate leads to good things. The Yankees, for the first 3 innings, went 3 up, 3 down, swinging a lot of first pitches and just not displaying any patience. 4th inning, 3 straight singles, deeper in the count. Kochenowicz is averaging 5 walks a game, and we were not giving him an opportunity to miss off the plate. And Good things were happening for him, bad things were happening for us. Hopefully, we will continue the trend of patient at bats. And let's see, comment from Sean Browning. Actually, a couple of them. Smash the likes. Appreciate that, brother. And Judge will launch one next at bat. Prediction or a fact, Sean? And we have returned back to the game. Yarborough only threw 8 pitches in the bottom of the fourth. Ben Rice is coming up to bat. He's 1 for 2 on the night. He had a single in the fourth inning and started our scoring. Kochenowicz sets, and Rice fouls the ball off his foot once again. He's down on the ground. He's hobbling once again. Yep, this time Rice fouls the ball off his back angle. Looks like the trainer is out here talking to Rice. Obviously, Rice is not wanting to come out of the game. And the umpire is giving a wind the clock sign. Coach Chenowitz is on the mound, and he fires the next pitch into Rice. Rice swings over the top of it. The count is now 0-2. On deck is the center fielder, Trent Grisham. And the next pitch, it is hit deep to right center field, but Adele is tracking it, and he makes the catch to record the first out of the inning. And Trent Grisham is stepping up to the plate. He's 1 for 2 on the night. He had a single in the fourth inning and scored a run. And the first pitch to Grissom is a slider down in the dirt, makes the count 1-0. Next pitch to Grissom is chopped to second base. Newman flips it to the first baseman to retire Grisham, and there are 2 outs in the inning. The captain is coming up to bat. Chenowitz is 65 pitches into this inning, or into this game. And the pitch is a changeup inside to the captain. Judge is also 1 for 2 this evening with a single and scored a run. And the second pitch is a sinker inside, bringing our count to 2-0. The score is 4-1 Yankees. There are 2 outs, no runners on, and the captain is up to bat with 2-0 count. And the pitch is a crappy sweeper off the plate that Judge swings at for some unapparent reason. Brings the count to 2-1. And the next pitch is fired, and Judge fouls this one off to even the count up at 2-2. Kohanowicz is on the mound. He's looking. Think he's got his mind straight. He sets. The captain is waiting. And the pitch goes all the way back to the backstop. The count is now 3-2. Kochinowicz sets and he fires. And the pitch is up and into the captain. No break on the breaking ball. So the captain works a walk and is heading to first. Right fielder Cody Bellinger is coming up to bat. And the pitch is a line drive that's hit to right center field. Judge is rounding second and will go to third base. Adele throws into the shortstop, Zach Neto. And the Yankees have runners at first and third and are threatening one again. Jason Dominguez coming up to bat. Nice line drive. Kochinowicz sets and he fires the first pitch to the Martian, and it is grounded to second. Newman fires to the first baseman and ends the inning. So Kohanowicz works out of trouble, and the Yankees leave 2 runners on. Ohapi, Odell, and Taylor will be up in the bottom of the 5th. And I will be right back. And I am back. I want to thank everybody for taking time to spend time with me this evening on this play by play. I realize it's a little bit late. We're just before 11 p.m. And we are heading to the bottom of the 5th. Logan Ohapi is the batter. And Ryan Yarbrough sets. He brings the first pitch, a nice sweeper that Ohapi swings over the top of to bring the count to 1-0. Ohapi is 0 for 1 on the night with a ground out. And Yarbrough's pitch catches the outside corner. Nice cutter. Count is 0-2. For those of you that are just joining our stream, the score is 4-1 Yankees. We're in the bottom of the fifth. There is nobody on, no outs, and an 0-2 count to Logan O'Hoppe. And the next pitch is a four-seamer that should have been called strike three, but the umpire failed to do so. So the count is now 1-2. And Yarborough fires a changeup that is just off the plate. Count is now even at 2-2. And the next pitch is in, a four-seamer. Count is now full. This guy should have already sat down. Yarborough is 67 pitches in. And the next pitch is swung on and missed by O'Hoppe. And that is the sixth strikeout for Yarborough. Adele is coming up to bat. He is not had an official bat. He walked in the second inning. And the first pitch is tapped slowly to the second baseman. Vivas fires it, and it is off the glove of Ben Rice, and Adele reaches. Vivas threw that ball way too hard. And they actually gave Adele a base hit. BS. That should have been an error. Yarborough sets it. He fires, and the pitch is off the plate for ball one. Chris Taylor is up to bat, and he is 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the second. The next pitch is a cutter inside, swung on and missed, brings the count to 1-1. The next pitch is a changeup off the plate and down. Count is now 2-1. Yarborough fires a cutter that catches the inside corner for call, strike two. Count is evened at 2-2. Yeah, Bill, I agree. And the pitch is fired. Taylor fouls it off and will reset it and do it again. They're one out, runner at first. Hey, Eric. Thanks for joining the stream. Appreciate you being here, brother. Were your Mariners off tonight? And Yarborough sets, and he brings the heat. It is hit. It is high fly ball to center field. Grisham is tracking it, and he records the second out of the inning. And Kevin Newman, the 9-hole hitter, is coming up to bat. He's 0 for 1 on the night. And Yarborough fires the first pitch. Cutter catches the outside corner for call. strike one. Newman is 0 for 1 with a strikeout in the third inning. And the next pitch is high fly ball down the left side of the field. And Volpe and Peraza collide. Ball drops foul. They scored as a no play. And there are 2 outs with the runner at first, and the count is 0-2 to Kevin Newman. Yarborough is 77 pitches deep. He sets and he fires, and the ball is swung on and missed for the 7th strikeout for Yarborough. 5 good innings. We have Volpe, Wells, and Vivas coming up to bat in the top of the 6th. Game is cruising very quickly. We are 1 hour and 27 minutes into this stream, and we're knocking them up and setting them down. Bill, I don't think that Volpe had the angle on that one. My question is, where the hell was Dominguez at? Because that was middle left field, that the left field line that it dropped on. I would tend to think that Dominguez would have been in play there, or at least he should have been calling it. I think and I'll bring up a comment from Rob. Yarborough and Warren's first few starts that saved the bullpen. Thought we were in deep shit a few weeks ago. Well, bringing Yarborough in was definitely a freaking massive upgrade to Cookie Carrasco. And the first pitch into Volpe is called strike one. Kochenowitz sets, and the ball is off the plate. Evens the count up at 1-1. And it looks like they have an arm warming up in the bullpen. And the pitch is up and in, a sweeper to Volpe. Count is now 2-1. And the pitch is way off the plate, goes to the backstop, brings the count to 3-1. Chenowitz is 77 pitches into this game. He sets and he fires, and Volpe swings over the top of a sinker, evens or brings the count to 3-2. Kochenowicz sets and he fires. Volpe hits a chopper to Moncada. Moncada fires it over to the first base and gets Volpe for the first out. Nice short hop snag for Moncada. Moncada showing off that cannon. And Wells swings at the first pitch and puts it into the stand. Count is 0-1. Walls is 0 for 2 on the night with a fly out and a foul out. And the pitch is off the plate. Evens the count up at 1-1. And the pitch is down low. Brings our count to 2-1. Kochenowicz fires, and the ball is grounded to Newman, who fires across to the first baseman. There are 2 outs, and Yorbid Vivas is coming up to bat. And Kochenowicz sets and he fires, and Vivas grounds it foul. Count is 0-1. Vivas is 0 for 1. He was hit by a pitch in the 4th inning, and he swings over a changeup, brings the count to 0-2. Kochenowicz fires, and the ball is bounced to first base. Shonwell takes the ball and retires the side. Neto, Shonwell, and Shonwell and Moncada will be coming up to bat in the bottom of the 6th. And let's see, Rob Saxon. Wells needs to get going. Honestly, Rob, I think you may be seeing what Wells is. And my personal opinion is I don't see him as the catcher of the future for the Yankees. We are in a commercial break at this time. Going to the bottom of the 6th, the Yankees lead 4-1. I did not see anyone warming up in the bullpen, so I'm anticipating that Ryan Yarbrough will be out for the top of the 6th. And it looks that Yarbrough is out on the mound. His first pitch is swung on and missed by Zach Neto. And Yarbrough sets, and the ball is hit to right field. Bellinger closes on it and catches the line drive. And Neto is retired. And the next pitch, never mind, they're showing the replay. And Shonwell is up, and he takes a cutter down low for call, strike one. Shonwell is 0 for 2 with a ground out and a strikeout this evening. Yarbrough sets and throws a sweeper that is just a bit low. Evens the count up at 1-1. Yarbrough sets and fires, and the next pitch is down low. Sinker. Count is now 2-1. And it looks like Yuri De Los Santos is just about to start warming up. It should be our guy in the seventh. Yarbrough fires a cutter that's swung over the top of, brings the count to 2-2. Yarbrough is at 84 pitches, a season high for him. Yarbrough sets and fires, and the ball is popped up to shallow left. Peraza is tracking it, and Dominguez makes the call and catches the ball. Records the second out of the inning. Moncada is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 2 on the night. And the pitch is fired in. A cutter that is up and in. Count is 1-0. Moncada is 0 for 2 on the night with a ground out and a flyout. Yarbrough sets and he fires. Moncada swings over the top of the sweeper. Evens count at 1-1. Yarbrough sets and he fires, and the ball is chopped to third. Peraza feels it and fires across the body, and he gets Moncada at first. Great scoop by Rice. Yarbrough has completed 6 innings for us, and that's more than we ever would have anticipated. We would have thought 5, maybe 5 1/3, but he has done a great job this evening. We have Oswald Peraza, Ben Rice, and Trent Grisham coming up to bat in the top of the seventh. Let's see. LA Network showed a graph of Yarbrough's pitches today. It's impressive. What a job. I like him being in the rotation because we have so many people that are fastball centric, and he's getting it done with location. I like what he brings to the table, whether it be as a long reliever or an actual starter. I like the acquisition. I think it was a good pickup for us. I know that Yarborough had his high pitch count for the season, so and Kachinowicz is back out, and the first pitch to Peraza is swung over the top. Strike one. And Kachinowicz sets. This time the sinker is in the dirt. Peraza takes it. He is 0 for 2 on the night with 2 strikeouts. Peraza swings over the top of another sinker. Count is now 1-2. And Kachinowicz sets. And he fires, and Peraza swings over the top of it for the third strike. And that is his third strikeout of the night. Ben Rice coming up to the plate. Rice is 1 for 3 on the night with a single and a run in the fourth inning. And the pitch to Kachinowicz is down in the dirt. Changeup was low. Count is 1-0. Kachinowicz is 91 pitches into the game. He fires the pitch, and Rice bounces it to Newman. Newman fires it to Chanel to record the second out of the inning. And Trent Grisham is coming up to bat. Kohanowitz has pitched to his last batter because the manager is coming out with Captain Hook to take him out of the game. So I'm not sure of the relief pitcher that is coming in. Grisham's a left-handed bat, so I'm sure it's a left-handed reliever. So for all of you that are still here with me, I want to thank you for spending time on this Memorial Day. Uh, on Memorial Day, we are 1 hour and 45 minutes into this broadcast. We're in the top of the seventh. Yankees lead 4-1. Angels are in the process of switching their pitcher out. We have Trent Grisham coming up to bat. 2 outs, no runners on, and a new pitcher inbound. You like the late games, Bill? I don't seem to have a lot of people that come in. Brock Burke is the new pitcher coming in to face Grisham, left-handed reliever. And the first pitch is a fastball up and into Grisham. Count is 1 and 0. And the next pitch is a sinker up and in. Count is 2 and 0. Hitters are hitting 284 against Burke, and he has a 5.59 ERA. And the true out count is a sinker right down the heart of Broadway for call. Strike one. Count is 2 and 1. And the pitch is in. And Grisham hits a drive to right field, but Adele is going to make a catch just short of the warning track. He nailed that one. And the Yankees are retired 1-2-3. And we are going into the seventh inning stretch. What team is in your area, Bill? Here at our area, we have the Norfolk Tides, the AAA affiliate for the Baltimore Orioles. I don't like how the International League runs its series because they play 6-game sets, and this year Scranton is not coming to Norfolk, so don't have the opportunity to watch some of the young Yankee farmhands at AAA aspiring to be major leaguers. Independent, okay. And we are still in a commercial break. Really? And it looks like we're heading back to the broadcast. And the New Year Yankee pitcher for this evening is going to be Yuri Del Santos. The hitter is Ward, and he takes a fastball up high for call, strike one. Del Santos is hitting or throwing to a 1.86 ERA. Opponents are hitting 256, and the pitch is popped up. Vivas takes it on the infield, and that is one away. Del Santos sets and he fires the first pitch to Soler, called strike one. Soler is 0 for 2 on the night with a pop out and a flyout. Del Santos sets and he fires, and the ball is swung over the top of. Count is now 0 2. For those of you just joining the stream, we are in the bottom of the seventh. Yankees up 4-1. There is one out, no runners on, and Soler has an 0-2 count on him, and he swings and misses. The ball gets away from Wells, but Soler is just walking to the dugout. So that is the second out of the inning. And you are right, Sean. Let's go Yankees. De Santos fires a sinker that is in there for call strike one to Logan O'Hoppe. And De Santos sets, and the next pitch is swung on by O'Hoppe. Count is now 0-2. And it looks like Brogdon is warming up for the Angels. Guess they don't want a left-hander facing off against Judge. De Los Santos fires, and the pitch is swung on and missed, and that is strike three. 3 up and 3 down. We have Judge, Bellinger, and Dominguez coming up to bat in the top of the eighth. Let's see. Real Bill Del Santos is cutting the cheese. Indeed he is, brother. Indeed he is. Real Bill, I'm pretty solid on our bullpen. The only ones that I'm very leery of are Ian Hamilton and Tim Hill, even worse. For those of you that are here, please hit the like button if you have not done so. If you're not subscribed, please subscribe. And share this channel out with anybody that follows baseball. And it looks as if we are back to the stream. And we are going to the top of the eighth inning. Connor Brogdon is coming in. Bad guys are hitting a 304 clip against him, a 675 ERA, and his first pitch to the captain is off the plate for ball one. Judge is 1 for 2 on the evening with a single, a walk, and a run. And Judge takes a mighty swing at a 95-mile-an-hour fastball and misses it. Count is evened up at 1-1. And the pitch to the captain is down low. Count is now 2-1. Changeup low and away. Judge's kryptonite. And you are right, Bill. It is time to rise. The judge is in the chamber. And the next pitch is up and in. Count is now 3-1. And the next pitch is fouled off by Judge. 94-mile-an-hour four-seamer. Count is now 3-2. And in typical Aaron Judge fashion, he picks up a rock, throws it to the side, takes a deep breath, a couple of practice swings. Now he's back in the batter's box. And the pitch is in and almost hits him for ball four. And now Judge is walking once again. Judge has a single, 2 walks, and grounded out to second. And Cody Bellinger is coming up to bat. Bellinger is 1 for 2 on the night. He takes a changeup for ball one. He is 1 for 2 on the night with a walk, a single, a run, and an RBI. Brogdon sets and he fires, and Bellinger swings over the top of that one. Big cut. Brings our count to 0-2. And the pitch is fouled off, and the count will remain 0-2. And the pitch is in, and Bellinger slaps a single through for the base hit to right field. Judge is going to stop at second. Adele fires the ball in. And there are runners at first and second. So we have runners at first and second with no outs. And Jason Dominguez is coming up to bat. And the first pitch to Dominguez is inside for ball one. Dominguez is 0 for 3 on the night, 2 groundouts and a strikeout. His batting average has dipped to a 238. And the next pitch is bounced weakly to second. Newman doesn't feel the ball. Newman booted it, trying to get the double play. Everyone is safe. Bases are now juiced full of Yankees. And Anthony Volpe is coming up to bat. And the pitching coach is coming out to talk to Brogdon. We have the bases loaded with nobody out. Volpe is 1 for 3 on the night. He had a bases clearing double in the third inning. The infield is in, and Volpe swings over the top of a changeup for strike one. And the pitch is down low to even the count up, 1-1. Volpe on the season has 31 RBIs. And the count is now 2-1. Four-seamer off the plate. On the season, the Yankees are averaging 5.69 runs per nine, and Volpe fouls the ball off. The count is now 2-2. So the bases are juice full of Yankees, and the count is 2-2, no outs. And Volpe swings over a changeup in the dirt. So that is the first out of the inning. And we have Austin Wells coming up to bat. Wells is 0 for 3 on the night. And the pitch is swung on and hit. High fly ball to left field. It is deep. Ward is going to catch it, but Judge is going to be able to tag and score. Bellinger tags and goes to third. So Wells has a sac fly, giving Wells his 31st RBI of the season. Yankees are now leading 5-1. There are runners at first and third with 2 outs, and we have Yorbid Vivas coming up to bat. Vivas is 0 for 2 on the night, and he was hit by a pitch in the fourth. And the first pitch is a changeup inside for call, strike one. Next pitch is off the plate, evens the count at 1-1. Real Bill, I'm still pissed over the guy throwing high and tight to Judge. He hasn't thrown there since. I don't think he's a particularly good pitcher when they're hitting over 300 on him. And the next pitch is fouled off. Count is now 1-2. Dominguez was attempting to steal the base, and the ball was fouled off. So we are in the bottom of the eighth. Runners at first and third, 2 outs, and a 1-2 count on Yorbid Vivas. And the pitch is up. And the count is evened at 2-2. And Brogdon throws over to first to chase Dominguez back, head first slide, and is safe. And we'll reset and do it again. And the pitch is in, and Vivas hits a high fly ball to center field. Taylor is parked under it, and he puts it away for the third out. Yankees had the bases loaded with nobody out and could only muster one run. As we go to the bottom of the second, or the eighth, the Yankees are leading the Angels 5-1. Man, I'm tongue tied and screwing everything up on this one. And for everyone out there, we are going to the bottom of the eighth, and we are only 2 minutes or 2 hours and 8 minutes into our stream. So this is going to be an early night for a West Coast game for us. All right, and as stated earlier, we are going to have a Tuesday game at 9:38 tomorrow and a game on Wednesday at 9:38. And it looks like De Los Santos is going to stay in the bottom of the eighth, and the first pitch is down low and away. Joe Adell is up to bat. He is 1 for 1 on the night with a single and a walk. And the next pitch is fouled off. Count is 1-1. It looks like Jack Leiter is warming up in the pen. And the next pitch is a slider off the plate to bring the count to 2-1. De Los Santos fires, and the pitch is hit right up the middle. Grisham is going to field it in center field and get the ball in. So Dell has his second hit of the game. That was 8 straight Angels retired until that one. All right, it's a freaking hit. Enough. Matt Blake comes out and he is going to talk to De Los Santos. Chris Taylor is coming up to bat. De Los Santos has thrown 12 pitches in the game. And De Los Santos sets. Taylor is 0 for 2 the night. And the first pitch is a sinker in there called strike one. And De Los Santos sets and fires. Sinker is down just a bit, evens the count at 1-1. And the pitch is down. Count is now 2-1. And it looks like Luis Rengifo is going to be pinch hitting. He's on deck. And Del Santos fires a sinker that is swung on miss to even the count up at deuce. Del Santos sets and he fires, and the ball is chopped down the third base line. Count will remain deuce. Del Santos sets and he fires, and the ball is swung on and missed. Taylor is down on strikes for the first out of the inning. That is Del Santos's third strikeout of the game. Rengifo is switch hitting for Newman. And it looks like Leiter is going to come in to the game. So we're going to head to another commercial break. Are we alive? Is there anybody awake there? All right. We will go over the schedule of events for tomorrow. Tomorrow at 8 o'clock on NY Yankees Mania. Tune in for the post-game review of this evening's game. Hey, Bill, thanks. That'll run you about an hour. At 10:15 on Yankees The Ugly Truth, we'll be holding our Tuesday open panel. So I look forward to seeing anybody there. I hope y'all are there. And then Joe will be running a pregame review at 9 o'clock on NY Yankees Mania. Then I will be calling this, or game 2 of this series, here on Yankees The Ugly Truth. So I hope that you all decide to tune in. I enjoy calling the play-by-plays. I hope you all enjoy listening to it. At this point, we are heading to the bottom of the we are in the bottom of the 8th, and we are 2 hours and 15 minutes into this stream. All right. What So the Angels have runners at first and third. Leiter Jr. gives up a hit on the first pitch. Zach Neto is coming up. Neto takes the first pitch in for ball one. Neto is the leadoff hitter. He hit a solo home run in the first inning. He is 1 for 3 on the night. And the pitch is in there for fouled off. Count is 1-1. Opponents are hitting 220 against Leiter. He has a 2.45 ERA. And Leiter Jr. sets. And the curveball is just outside. Count is 2-1. Neto is back in the box. And Leiter sets and fires. Batter checks his swing. Count is now 3-1. Shonwall is on deck. Come on, guys. Leiter sets and he fires. And the ball is fouled off sharply. Count is now 3-2. And Leiter sets and he fires. And the ball is swung on and missed on the splitter. Neto is down on strikes, and that is 2 away. Hey, Lou, glad to see you're here. And the first baseman, Chanel, is up to bat. He is 0 for 3 on the evening. And Leiter sets and fires, and the ball is just inside. Curveball just missed. Shonwall is 0 for 3 on the night with a ground out, a strikeout, and a flyout. And Leiter sets and he fires, and the ball is hit directly to Vivas. Vivas shoots it over to Rice, and Leiter works out of trouble. No runs, 2 hits, and the top of the ninth is going to have Oswald Peraza, Ben Rice, and Trent Grisham coming up to bat. Let's see, what has Bill got to say? Tomorrow night is going to be a pitcher's duel. You think? The one that I'm not looking forward to is game 3 with Kikuchi facing off against us because that guy tends to hurt our feelings on a regular basis. And it's Tyler Anderson tomorrow. I had some numbers on him. I wasn't overly impressed. And we are headed to the top of the ninth. And Hunter Strickland is coming on. He has a 1.25 batting average against. He's only pitched 2 2/3 innings and does not have an earned run. Oswald Vivas or Peraza is up. He's 0 for 3 on the night with 3 strikeouts. Strickland fires a slider in there called strike one. Strickland is a freaking junk baller. And the next pitch is in, almost hits him. Count evens at 1-up. Travis d'Arnaud has come in to catch. Luis Rengifo is playing second. Vivas sets. And the pitch is outside, but Vivas swings at it. Brings the count to 1-2. They have Weaver up in the pen. Not sure why we would want him up. It's not a save situation. And the pitch is hit into right field. And Taylor stretches out and gets the ball for the first out of the inning. Nice play by the center fielder for the Angels. Ben Rice is coming up. And Strickland fires a slider that catches the outside corner. Count is 0-1. And the next pitch is fouled down the first base slide. Count is 0-2. Rice is 1 for 4 on the evening. Singled in the fourth. And Strickland fires a changeup down in the dirt, brings the count to 1-2. And the pitch is inside to even the count up at 2-2. And the pitch is fouled off down the third base line, and count remains 2-2. Why in the hell is Michael Kay talking about people wearing white pants in style? Isn't this a damn baseball game? And Rice swings over the top of a sweeper and goes down on strikes. The second out. Tomorrow's matchup is going to be Carlos Rodon against Tyler Anderson. And the first pitch to Grisham is a slider that's off the plate, but Once again, this crappy umpire has called it a strike, so the count is 0-1. The next pitch is a changeup down in the dirt. Count is even at 1-1. Like I said, Michael Kay is an idiot. And the pitch is swung on, fouled off, and the count is now 1-2. Grisham is 1 for 4 today with a single in the fourth and a run scored. And the captain is on deck. And Grisham hits a high fly ball to right field. Adele is under it, and he catches it to retire the side. We're heading to the bottom of the ninth. Is Luke Weaver coming in? I don't know. He was up warming up in the bullpen. And once again, we are back at a commercial break. I agree, Real Bill. It's time to get this one done. We are at 2 hours and 29 minutes in this stream. So I'm hoping for a 1-2-3 shot. 3 pitches would be great. Luke Weaver's ERA has risen to a .76. Opponent batting average is 115. Weaver gave up a home run yesterday. Paul Goldschmidt is coming in to play first base to replace Ben Rice. And Yoan Makata is coming up to bat. He is 0 for 3 tonight, 2 groundouts and a flyout. And Weaver fires the first pitch in. It's fouled off. Count is 0-1. And Weaver sets and he fires. And the ball is fouled off. The count is now 0-2. Weaver threw 21 pitches last night. Sort of surprised that they brought Weaver in a non-safe situation. Luke sets and he fires, and the ball is once again fouled down the first base line. Count is 0-2. Looks like Moncada might have broken his bat. He's back in the dugout. We are in the bottom of the ninth. The Yankees up 5-1. There are no runners on, nobody out, and the count is 0-2 to Yoan Moncada. Luke Weaver is on the mound. Moncada is back in the box. Weaver sets. And the pitch is hit into center field. It's a lazy fly ball. Trent Grisham tracks it down and records the first out of the inning, one away. Six-mile-an-hour fastball just outside. Ward is 0 for 3 on the night with 2 strikeouts and a pop-out. Weaver sets and he fires, and the pitch is called strike one, even in the count at 1-1. Weaver sets and he fires, and the second pitch is just off the plate. Count is now 2-1. And Weaver sets and he fires, and he misses off the inside of the plate. The count is now 3-1. Weaver sets, and that is ball 4. Once again, the umpire blew the freaking call. That painted the outside corner, and the umpire did not call it. So now there is a runner at first base, and Jose Soler is coming up to bat. Soler is 0 for 3 on the night with a pop out, a fly out, and a strikeout. And Weaver sets, and the first pitch is in there down low for ball 1. And Weaver sets, and he fires. The second pitch is low and away. Does not seem like Weaver, like yesterday, has a firm control of his fastball. Now the infield is gathering around Weaver on the mound. So the count is 2-0. There is one out and a runner at second base. Jose Soler is up to bat. And Soler swings through a cutter, bringing the count to 2-1. Weaver sets and he fires, and Changeup catches the top of the strike zone to even it up at 2-2. And Weaver sets, fires. Well, never mind. He's given time to the batter, so he steps off the rubber. Is fouled off. Count remains 2-2. We're in the bottom of the ninth, and the Yankees are up 5-1. Weaver's thrown 14 pitches thus far. We have one out, and we're in the bottom of the ninth. Travis d'Arnaud is on. Come on, for the love of God. And Weaver throws over to first to chase back Ward. Hell, that was closer than I thought it was. I thought Weaver picked him up. Weaver sets and he fires a fastball off the plate to bring the count to 3-2. Like I says, Weaver does not have a feel for his four-seamer tonight, as he didn't yesterday. Weaver sets and he fires, and the ball is hit into center field. Grisham tracks it and records the second out of the inning. Angels are down to their final out. Travis d'Arnaud hitting 200 on the season, 1 home run, 4 RBIs, and a 577 OPS. And Weaver sets and fires. What the hell? Ward is stealing. There's nobody covering, and Wells throws the ball to the base where there is nobody waiting. Vivas prevents it from going into center field. So the count is 1-0. There are 2 outs, and now a runner at second. Weaver sets and fires and catches the outside corner with a 4-seamer. Count evens up at 1-1. We have 2 outs. Bottom of the ninth. Runner at second. And a 1-1 count on the pitch. And the count is and the Yankees are 1 strike away from closing this one out. As Weaver sets and he brings the heat down low. Count is even at 2-2. Joe Adell is sitting on deck. It's 2-2-2. Ward takes his lead. Weaver sets and fires, and the ball is chopped. Vivas knocks it, or Peraza knocks it down, keeps it in the infield. So d'Arnaud gets a base hit, and now there are runners at first and third with 2 outs. Joe Waddell is coming up to bat. He is 2 for 2 on the night. Looks like Devin Williams is getting up in the bullpen. And Adele is stepping up to the plate. And the first pitch to Adele is swung on and missed. 95-mile-an-hour fastball, swung through. Count is 0-1. Yes, Real Bill, it is unbelievable. There is absolutely no reason Weaver should be on the bump. And the pitch is up and out of the strike zone, evens the count up at 1-1. And Weaver sets, and the pitch is swung on. Count is now last strike. Weaver is 24 pitches deep into his outing. And Weaver sets, and he fires, and the ball is popped up to the right side. Vivas is tracking it. He makes the call, and he makes the catch. The Yankees win 5-1. I say again, the Yankees win 5-1. So we start this leg of our road trip with a win, going for the series win tomorrow at 9:38 p.m. Tomorrow morning, the NY Yankees Mania is going to host the post-game review with coffee, bagels, and pancakes. We are going to be heading over to Yankees The Ugly Truth for a 10:15 open panel. And Joe will host on NY Yankees Mania the preseason game or pre-game. And then I will be calling it at 9:30 tomorrow right here on Yankees The Ugly Truth. Thank you all for hanging with us. I appreciate the support. If you haven't, before you leave, please hit the like, subscribe, and share this channel out with everybody. Thank you, and let's go Yankees. See you tomorrow night or tomorrow morning. And see you in the funny papers.